Hey, what's going on, guys? Gulliver here. Today I'm going to make a video showing some of my recent upgrades. I have made the complete event already. It's really easy. I not even realized that you stop at 10k points and you can proceed to upgrade stuff. Like you don't have that limitless XP gap of like 100 million, something like that. That like it's basically unreachable by a solo guy. So I just needed to stop. So I just started upgrading some of my level 4s, some of my level 5, my 5 stars. So just to see how the things are going here. T2 Max has that's full power, obviously. Full tilt. I just finished a challenge on him. I actually placed it on the what's the name? On the wrong dispatch mission, which was like really sucked. I hate when I misclick buttons. Like I wish like this game could have something like reverse the last 3 select buttons that you have, like the 3 last times that you have selected a thing, like an upgrade or something, you could like return back, something like that. It would be really nice. But okay, I'm not complaining. Like you have to just be worried. You have to be like pay attention to what you're doing in this game. So as you can see, he's on SA 10 out of 11, and he has an SA 11. He has a 30% range boost. Isn't the biggest one, and I have some not exactly debates, but I have some talks with some dudes in my alliance and in my YouTube comment section. So what I'm going to do now is to go show you guys a thing. I want to showcase how far away the range on that's viable. Like just to place some reference stuff like closer a little bit. Don't bother too much on these. It's just says like range, essays, stuff like that. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is like a guy told me that I should focus on Acid Storm, because Acid Storm has a very decent match with T2 Max because of the acid, obviously. But I wanted to show that on top of the acid combination, you have like the versatility of the build bot killing, and like to be honest, I believe that the acid build bot is going to be more impactful than the lightning rod build bot. I have played. We are like destroying this team in wars right now. Like it's such a pity. Like our wars points could be like 10%. Could be like 90% lower. Like could be like divided by 10, and we'd still be winning. It's like a huge amount of advantage. But there was one base, one war ago, that we were destroyed. That a guy had two anti-acid stuff. One close to the base and close to the zone heals stuff around the what's the name, around the HQ, and one close to the cluster. So it was like, okay, not understood exactly why, but like he was basically immune to everything on the team that I had. Like, and I not even realized that. Like, you can't headstrong. You lose headstrong because you don't have FFDs, but you lose the acid, and the acid's a key part of headstrong. Like you lose. Oh, you lose your healing with Nightstick and Fracas, because if the acid don't works and reduces damage, you heal less because you do have the damage done. So if you're doing less damage, you heal less than that. The acid fire combos don't work. If you use Nemesis like me, and you have these as a Titan SA, you're completely screwed because you basically lost your SA, and like because the guys have like a huge amount of like range, for example, if I remember correctly, these have the same amount of range as the FFDs. The FFDs are 404%. If I remember correctly, if you go full ham on the things here, just to check it out, just to be sure, just don't. No, it's not the FFD range. I'm sorry. It's the anti healing one, right? It's the anti healing one. Yeah, it's the anti healing one. But like, you can, if you place like one on the left top and one in the right down, because like normally you make these like a little bit less impactful, like you make like more of the diagonal left top from right bottom. This design is stronger. The base, when you go asymmetrical bases focused on wars, for example, and this is how the design of the map was done. And I just realized that so many after my second try, which I think I even passed through that, but like it's like bases like that where you have to think, like you don't understand really the interactions with the thing, but like I never understood how much of an extra value you get from the anti-acid stuff. I have upgraded a lot of my build bot stuff because I think the build bots are a really important thing in the game. I even started to upgrade my where are they? Yeah, here, and here to level 3 because I think they're very important. So like, it's really huge, you know. It's really huge, the amount of stuff that you can do with the build bots, and having an extra life. You make like to a point where like it's 5/8 damage. So if 5/8 for example, no, isn't that, what was the thing that I had? I don't remember exactly which it was, but like I had something in my head that was like exactly 300 less than that I wanted to show. Sorry, I can't remember right now. I won't like lose time like trying to remember that. But like, it's a very like crucial essay damage point, you know. I remember when I watched a stream from Sunstreak Woza, and they were talking about with the guys that they forced the guys to have the SA11 on these and made the SA11 on these with the 4-star be exactly 5k900 to overpass and be able to kill build bots. So with that said, I am really I'm really excited to show like one of the best duos in the game for me, which is T2 Max and Full Tilt. Let me make a thing, like if you want to make a thing based around this two, it's like not even that hard. Like you make these, you make These, you make these for protection. You make this to kill lightning rods. These to heal. And like any random attach one like these. This is a very very solid team. Like it's not too much thought about in deep, but like it's very very well done. So with the SA10 on full tilt, we drop him in the beginning of the map, and we are going to see how much of the range it has. So like full tilt, like let's test the thing here, right? Yeah, so he's able to reach that, but it's not being able to reach the second one, right? And he's like very very close to the end of the thing. Right? Nice, nice. So like decent range, but the good stuff here now comes to it. Is that we have access to one skip that comes through the pass, the cyber pass, and we're going to use it. I think that's very very unlikely that I'm going to ever use 1 million spark just to level upgrade one skill. 750. It's a lot as well, but like, and like, I'm honestly thinking, I have all these Zen, like, but I never thought about this spark. Like, when I'm going to find all these spark, like, I need to like don't do nothing, like the entire month on the essays, to like just upgrade to 5 stars and like to 6. Like I unlocked 11, so 8 were to 6. No, 9 were to 6 SA level. 1 was to 8, which is Skull Lagoon, and 1 is to 11, and I needed a skip to 11. So I think it's going to be very unlikely for me to use that. I'm going to use the Z-John for something like XP cards. I think it's far more useful. Sure you want to use the upgraded? Yeah, sure. So my third XP, my third SA11 in this game was full tilt. First was obviously TTMX. Second one was Nemesis Prime, as you know, and the third one is full tilt. Very nice. And now with the range extension. Oh boy. I think I didn't summon him in the backest of the map, but you see a big difference here, man. Oh boy. We have a lot of range here. Oh man. I feel it's really solid, to be honest. I feel it's really solid. Like, I want to compare him to random stuff. Like, let me guess who is a thing that's nice to compare. He will combo well with Octo, maybe. Compared to Wild Rider, Starscream. I think the Starscream Skywarp has the same range, I guess. Maybe. Not sure. I'm not sure a little thing that I have learned, like luck with Astro Train is really nice. Let's play his house shot just for no reason, to be honest. And I think Breakneck and Wheel Rider evenly match, basically. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's make Acid Storm. the range is not affected by the star level, I guess. So
Crush them!
summon everyone. Titan came up. Yeah, you need to wait this thing to appear on your screen to be able to summon everyone.
Crush them!
Everyone left. From the backest of the map, you can reach the first line of defense, is absolutely for sure. So if we compare to Wild Rider, right? Sorry, Octopunch, it's a little bit less. They have made the same, basically, from Wild Rider to Octo. No, Octo is a little. Wild Rider is a little better. So we have here Starscream, right? Compared to Starscream, it's basically in the area range. They're close to the same position. I think he's a little bit further. They have the closest range. Obviously not going to be able to beat that, but like for example, I always complain about these, like such a weird range on this. It's almost like doubled, I guess. And if we compare Acid Storm, where's Full Tilt? Is he close to him? They're actually walking through. It's basically Acid Storm damage, a little bit lower. So like really good, really impactful. The range on the thing was killing most of the time, to be honest, because like it's the thing that makes you get into trouble, you know. So yeah, really nice, really nice. I think it's really worth it. I wanted to show like something like that, just kind of a little bit of thing like. A guy just asked me, why the guy just like, why are you so obsessed with Full Tilt? So I want to like show like my thought process on some of the things. Like for example, if you have a team like that, like random stuff, it's not for be taken too much in serious. It's just for demonstration purposes. I think I have to switch the basil up a little bit up. Yeah. So if you have a certain line of defense which is composed of these stuff like that, for example. And something like these. You know, it's very unlikely. It's very what the hell? Are you drunk? But you know what I mean. It's just for representation. It's just for representation purposes. Not a real. It's not the most realistic scenarios, but it's like just to represent a little bit the idea of the thing. So like, if you're into like walking through the base, you want to get closer of the hugest amount of defenses aggregated together. So these have a laser, one resource stuff, these MDS, and these that's very reachable with T2 Max, and we have these three defenses which are less impactful. So if the base is symmetric, you have the same thing on the other side, but like just to show, we drop these two. I think that if we hit Rich in this middle point here, in the orange stuff, yeah, you're likely going to be able to reach everything in this middle section. Yeah. So as you can see, the MDS will be gone soon. So if my Full Tilt wasn't crazy and didn't rush around, he would be close to T2 Max, and because of the range now, even before SA11. He was close to him, and he would be able to go this on the mortar and kill the mortar and the laser turret or the autocannon. Depend. I think that the laser turret, not the autocannon, was like before the patch that the patch that like kind of fixed it. So like, you don't want to waste T2 max on trees like low priority defenses. Like the most frightening one here is mortar, but it's not that frightening at all, to be honest. So like, you can kind ignore it, kinda, to be honest. Just for natural DPS with the T2 max, but like, you don't want to waste the T2 max SA here, like doing this.
Abilities ready.
Like saying that you recover back the SA points really fast because the huge amount of damage is unreal, and you recover stuff faster with the level of my T2 max is, and is very above the like. He's unmatching with my base, to be honest, because he's so high in level. But like, you don't want to waste T2 max on this area. And the guy's like, oh, but combo him with Acid Storm and make it multiple times. Like, what Acid Storm would do that? Would do on that position? Okay, maybe an Acid Storm would be better because he would clean the cluster. But like, T2 max is my cluster destroyer. It's not like, it's pure mathematical. Like, this has 9k 360 HP. If I remember, this is the highest level of the thing. The guys have shield. The guys have shielded on them because of the shield gen. But T2 max at full stats. I mean SA11 with level 70, it has 10k something damage basically, because it's 1k 605 or 658, something like that. So per second, so times 10, so it's 10k 605 685. Something like that. So has enough damage to kill the shield gen. It makes a lot of damage to the MDS close to the shield gen, which is receiving less damage. But since when the shield gen dies, they receive full damage, and because T2 max is close to him, they're likely aiming to that. So they're shotting him, but he does reflect damage. So if they do reflect damage, they die. And obviously the T2 max has one of the biggest like passives in the game. He has a lot of damage, so he just naturally kills for one SA the entire MDS cluster. So that's basically what I got from the guy asking me why do I use him so much. So like, you not even need Acid Storm. Like, if you had like 3 zone heals with like the Super Micronos Alchemist Prime, a lot of stuff, okay, then you go Acid Storm and then kill the cluster, because it's very unlikely that you clean everything for one SA. But to be honest, guys, just activate the SA twice. You don't need an extra bot specifically to make this. Like, you're going to save some extra points, but like, I'm investing on Acid Storm. I bought the entire batch of it, and we're going to go into that a little bit later, because he's solid enough to me to be war material, you know. So I think like, okay, I can invest in this bot and don't be sad about it, you know. So that's one of the things I believe. Uh, Other stuff. My base designs. Uh, it's not a. It's not a like. It's I change it so constantly. I think I change it every 5 days. No, every 3 days, I guess. I think I changed the map design. Uh, First thing for what I see, just to help design. I think that same if your build bot is on the research upgrading, he'll still functions because like I placed the zone heal on this build bot, and this build bot was healing this stuff around, so it was really good. I just initially I just rather these base design a little bit better because I think there's more spread with the resources and stuff. I even like not even know what to do with these two extra walls. So like they're there. I think actually I could be placed around these pots. Not even saw that. Okay, perfect. So I initially thought these a little bit better. I kind of like them more, but they don't have a really nice place to use zone heal, and the zone heal like gives me a lot of value through healing 4 each and one big one twice, which is they both heal their own respective MDS, laser, and launcher, missile launcher, and they both heal simultaneously the shield generator. I think that's really good, but like since I upgraded both of my zone heals, I thought that maybe I could do something to take extra value of them. So I started to switch the base design a little bit, and I come to this one. It's slightly different, but most of the concept's the same. But like the value on this is ridiculous. You're healing 2 lasers, a mortar, MDS, and the shock tower. I place for you to guys to know, like for example, if you want to test like stuff to see if it's working, one of the things that I recommend you to do is to place breakneck on your team, like to test these spots, basically. So you go breakneck, we go here, 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 and here. So like he even recovers the damage of these if the damage is low. Like, look at this. Even the spider, man, I never even realized that. Jesus. So, you see the value I'm taking out of this? It's like unreal value. They both are healing 2 lasers, MDS, mortar, shock tower, and they both simultaneously healing the shield generator. That's insane. Like, I think that it just could improve if I do these and one zone heal each other and like open these, like open to something else. But like the value on these is so amazing. And like, I was like switching around teams, and one of the problems that I'm having is that I am not attacked at all. Like, I get attacked one, two, three, four, five, six, like one day every 2 days, basically. Like, if you count the fourth day would be today, so like 7 times in 4 days is actually it's perfectly 2 times. Is basically one every single 2 days. While I was getting like attacked 5 times a day, so like I haven't a way to test these much, and my my map is not that good to be part of the map defenses. So I played against it a little bit of times, and like it's not the hardest thing. Like, it's not the easiest thing. Like, I think that I made a very very hard job, and I have these as well as my disposal, and I wanted to test stuff up. But I honestly believe that instead of these, I'm going to place the acid build bot on, because I have just finished upgrading everything on the build bots, and like hours later, we won the war. Then we started playing another one, and the third or fourth, oh, I think that was the third guy on the sequence just appeared, and I just realized the interaction that the anti-acid thing has. Like, it's so big, man. It's so big because it's something that kind of counters Nemesis, like indirectly, to be honest. But like, it is a thing. So like, it stops a lot of good stuff. It stops top tier shit in the game. You know, it's focused on stopping the biggest threats in the game, which is like Nemesis, Pipes Headstrong, Fracas Nightstick, Crazy Acid Fire combos. At least you stop half of it. You stop the anti healing on your stuff. So like, I'm very very curious to see how it's going to develop and how popular it's going to be, because I think that I saw it once or twice. No, I saw it twice, and the first one was the gold version, and this guy of the war of yesterday, 2 days ago, was the guy that has the first one on the G Metal version. So it was like, it took such a huge amount of time to see them like appearing, and like it appeared now as part of a decent base, a guy that knows what he's doing. And like, on the team that I played, I was like kind of playing on automatic, to be honest. But like, it took so much extra value, and like, if you think about, if their main war squads, like something like that. For example, I don't use this specific combos with like Blood Octo, Nemesis, and Lagoon, but I just use the warriors. So like these, because I think they are solid enough. Pipes, these to pop build bots, these to heal, like these. I use two healers. I use junk and flat on wars, because I think it's like viable right now, with the patch and everything. So like, you take out Headstrong, you take out Pipes, you take out of like 9 stick on full tilt if you use instead of Heartbeat. You take out of like Gabu or Baru, Gabu on the warriors if they use it, and just stop Nemesis because this team is focused on T2 Max, and T2 Max obviously must have Nemesis on the back to help him up. So like, you take too much of value out of this, you know? And I think that in a game like that, like, reducing gaps all the time is one of the things that like help you to like get the advantage that you want, you know? Yeah, Spark, I need this more than anything right now. So, with the event completed, we have another one of those. From the recent batches, these I'm not going to rush on the 5-star combiners. I already told you guys. If you go for the thing, go just go, man. Like have some fun. It's a bit to hell. Like go for it. But like it's not my focus right now. I think that from the level I am, God Neptune is broken enough to make whatever I need to breakable. Like from like the bases that I do, from that I lose in like in wars, for example. I lose because like my Titan because my not because my bots are not 5-star, but like sometimes I count on the combiner dropping to kill certain amount of defense to when my bots recover. The bots recover and do certain amount of damage with the field established after certain amount of damage done by the combiner. But the combiner does that because he doesn't have damage enough, or B, he doesn't survive enough to do that damage. So like one extra say kinda can do that, and the SA that's available of the 5-star one kinda does that, but the difference is so minimum that's like not exactly the most impactful thing. I was just like crashed another day because I was really mad because of a guy just like boom slapped my face with a huge amount of V's, and like my warriors wasn't having like HP back, I guess, and they didn't have an FFD, but like I made that thing with the double crosser on the headstrong, and he had 100% damage absorption, but he had the damage absorption, and when damage absorption was gone from the SA, he just insta died. Like of such a huge amount of damage it was. It was like 3 Cybertron charge lasers aiming to him with 1 MDS. He insta died. I could have the 5-star there and would make a difference. I could have one extra SA and a little bit more of HP and damage on my combiner, and it wouldn't make a difference in that moment, you know. The other situation I mentioned sooner. So I'm not going there, and like to be really honest, Predaking needs a high level of rework. People say it does a decent amount of damage. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to be real. Like, it has a huge level of gap from the combiners that I use the most. He's level 8. Like, Gavachonos that I barely use. Like, it's double the level. Okay, it's double the level. So this means a lot. This shows a lot. But like, I think that Galvatronus is more impactful. Like, does more, you know. So I just rather him a little bit more. So with this bot, like this, the way it's done, I don't think that one essay on Predaking would make him like meta, you know, like compete with God Neptune. Like it must be a broken essay 5-star essay, like broken with like all the letters like big, like broken stuff, you know. So I'm not interested in that. Um, let me see. Um, Half shell is good as a 4-star, not even necessary. I don't want to Sentius Mallows. I think that not the 4-star doesn't do the job of the 5-star, but like it's not amazing. Leozak, Spinister, I don't feel like it. I would like Slipstream of this batch and Crankcase, but like if I pulled Death Source, I would be like sending the phone to like the ground. This is one of the most controversial ones because like there's such a huge amount of good stuff here, like Flatline and SG Thundercracker, but like the rest is so shit. Like, nah. Pipes, if you don't have the 4-star, try the 5. Won't be disappointed. This one is the one that I'm thinking on keep going. I think that I have a decent amount of upgrades on every single one of these bots, except for Tarantulas and Armageddon, Armada Megatron. I think I'm going to likely upgrade these guys and like give them a day. Like, I don't think that the 5-star of these guys, like, they're not bad, but they're like not changing my day, you know. Jesus, Soundwave is the only good thing on this batch. Jesus Christ. This one is actually solid, but I'm having some troubles with some stuff. Nemesis Prime sometimes targeted itself to be invulnerable, I feel, but the SA11 already makes it invulnerable by default, together with the other bot. So I just read Nemesis Prime description as SA11, and shockingly enough, make herself and a friendly bot both invulnerable. If you think about it, there's the end on the description, but if you place and interpret you yourself as a friendly bot, allowing you to target yourself, I know it's stupid, but maybe, not sure. Don't use drugs, kids, please. But yeah. We're going to get Scourge or Impactor. Watch it. I think Scourge. I wanted Scourge to make the duos on defense. Yeah, Impactor, nice. So, it's not bad. One of the things that I wanted was to make Scourge and Waspinator to make the aerial duos on the defense. One of the things that I thought that would be nice, that I tested a little bit on this map design, was to make something like GNU. The idea was you would go Waspinator with some decent combat and full power and has ordnance attached, alongside with Scourge with a decent combat as well, with his G1 core at max. He has the same thing. He adds protection, but your opponent doesn't have access to laser turrets or beam lasers. I'm not sure if like lockdown turns are treated as laser ones, but like, you know what I mean? Like, in theory, you don't have anything to worry about. So, what ends up happening is that you could have these like on the top to attack from the air, and on the bottom, I had two ideas which I think that are nice. Like, would be something like Soundwave like this with these maybe, because Sentius Quintus Prime doesn't do nothing in this setup. And in the future would be something like this, but State of Onyx would be have Alchemist to heal him and to extra heal with Fire Glade. So a lot of stuff, a lot of minions in the ground, a lot of healing through the minions, um, aerial stuff on the top, and in the back of everything would be T2 Max to follow everyone with. Or instead of the minions guys would be Felbat with the most upgraded possible what's the name? The most upgraded possible heartbeat, heartburn, blah. I always forget the name of the guy. Heartburn, yeah, Heartburn. And the other one would be Full Tilt with another decent Heartburn at least, but I don't have the 5-star of it yet. So we're going to save him for a while. And also, thinking about like stun stuff, like I think that because we have 6 mines now, like I see more red traps a little bit attacking my base a little bit more. So like anti-stun is kind of a thought, is kind of thing that's more thought about, you know? So like, yeah, maybe that's something to think about. But like, felt bad, or like you can place like Kulagun or Madamax. There's so much like duos. I don't feel like, I honestly don't feel like every single one of these separately. I always think about duos and like playing one of each duo on the other, on one of the sides. So like, for example, the minions with the damage dealers, like Soundwave, Kulagun with GNU or Madamax. And on the other, like the aerials and the stunners, like Waspy, Scourge with one of each side, and Felbat with Photo, one of each side. Like, that's my thought process on everything. I'm not sure how correct is this, but like, that's how I feel. It's the way, I guess. So, yeah. That's that's enough of a long video already. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks so much for the support. I just saw another day that my showcasing of the VIP program almost reached 500 views. I get so happy about it because like I started like so late, so like recently, like having a video with such a huge amount of views, like, yeah, nice, you know. I just felt happy about it. Because, like, I think that I honestly made a good job, and there's, like, so much. There's a huge amount of live streams that, like, don't get this level of, like, views. Like, I saw it, like, a recent one, like, 200 views, 300 views. So, yeah, I just feel happy about it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Galaver out.